Today, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's a special New Year's Day edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions taking on Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from Ford Field. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the second-year man from The Ohio State University, Justin Fields.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're sixes.
Another carry for Herbert on second down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
On second down, a run with Herbert. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here we go on fourth down, Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
Open man right side is St. Brown. And he'll go out of of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football, and they'll have a better chance to win again this week.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
A gain of 8 and a first down. Here's Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll toss it out right to Herbert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. They'll try and run for it. And this time he is in. Yes. Khalil Herbert with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bears post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Darnell Mooney
with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Well, we're probably not the first, but all of us at EA Sports certainly want to wish you and yours a happy and prosperous new year. And as a celebration of that, a big slate of NFL games on this Sunday, Week 17. Second to last weekend of the NFL docket. Later tonight, the battle for Los Angeles, Rams and Chargers, 5:15 Pacific at SoFi. And then on Monday night, Charles and I are on to Cincinnati. Bills and Bengals, 2 cold weather. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
The tackle made by L.J. Ford. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They'll go again with Herbert.
And he's got this down to the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Play action. It's Fields.
He completes it to Beckham. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, a 22.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown.
Khalil Herbert
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bears take a 3-touchdown lead.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Yeah, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
On first down, it's gone. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Goff throwing again. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To throw is Goff. He's got it to Williams.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now Goff. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Goff. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamal Williams.
His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays.
And it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown run. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. We switch the attention now to Khalil Herbert as this offense comes out for their next drive.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he fires one incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Darnell Mooney.
As time expires in the first half.
And the Bears will extend their lead on the final play of the half.
And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Throwing again on second down. Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. Throw out right, hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Now, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
This one caught over the middle. It's Oliver, the tight end.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing again is Goff. St. Brown, he's got it. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Out of the gun, Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown from 8 yards out. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Velus Jones now from his end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Another carry for Herbert on second down.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Herbert once more.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And he will have the Bears first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
A handoff for Herbert. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
14 yards and a Chicago first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Off play action, Fields.
Over the middle to Beckham. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play.
Toss play, Herbert.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
There's Anthony Hitchens working his way through and sticking him behind the line of scrimmage.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Fields now to throw.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Odell Beckham from 4 yards out.
And the Bears are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, that frustration. Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
On 1st and 10, Goff.
Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Working with a 2nd and 4.
Goff.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Oliver. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards that time. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamal Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Bullet good on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown run. Fielded just outside the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
We switch the attention now to Khalil Herbert as this offense comes out for their next drive.
He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see it back. Just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well.
Here's a give to Herbert.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
119 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Goff on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Oliver.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
4 yards the pickup, first down. From the gun, here's Goff. Buying time to his... And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Everson Griffin make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. And this is incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that's going to make it fourth down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Desperation time for Goff on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Now Herbert to start the drive.
And he's got room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago.
Khalil Herbert,
72 yards.
And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
He'll buy some time right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Justin Fields.
A 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards that time for number 14. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Goff.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To the air again. Goff. He's going to let it fly.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bears, the win is their 8th on the year. So that'll just about do it.